Y'all ready to get this show started? Let's go. What's up, everybody? Christian Ballard checking in, sports journalist here at Ballard Sports Media, the one and only. Love and appreciate you guys for showing up. We got a few people watching and already in the comments. We already have a question for tonight's Q&A for the NFL draft. I might do a couple of these. I'm not sure, but I definitely wanted to do something draft related tonight. And other than Q&A, I just couldn't come up with anything else. But before we get started, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. You get notified when we go live or post new videos. Hopefully, we get some good questions tonight. I don't want to drop the link. I just kind of want to sit here. We'll look at a big board from PFF. We'll look at some CBS Sports mock drafts, and then I'll do a mock draft personally from the Draft Network website. We do have a question already. We'll get to that. Let's go ahead and shout out some people in the chat. Of course, I commented earlier. Robert Sharpton, good to see you, buddy. Dominic is here. Daniel Barry. Goose Sports as well. I haven't seen him on here in a minute. I also haven't really been watching you much lately, Goose. No disrespect or nothing. I got a lot of different channels. I got a lot of stuff going on in my life right now, which is good stuff. But just been pretty busy. But I'm gonna have to swing by and say hey sometime to you, man. I'm sure you still do games and stuff. So love and appreciate you, brother. Good to see you. So the first question we have so far, I'm assuming I think Robert Sharpton is from Uncle Lou's side of things. I could be wrong. You can correct me, bro. Um, let me see. But he does ask, will Zachariah Branch be a first round pick? Talking about the Georgia player and I believe he's wide receiver, right? Or tight end. I know he's on offense. I think he's that talented. A lot of the experts, from what I've seen in mock drafts, and we'll look at some tonight, I've seen a couple different ones that have him and a couple that don't. Um, but if they have him, unless I've seen otherwise, I don't see him going until somewhere after pick 20 or 21. I'm looking at one right here, though, that I guess has the Eagles getting him at 23, which is very possible. He's definitely got the talent to be a first round pick. Zachariah Branch does. And I think that's really. I think that's really special about him. I've watched him play. He's very fast. He can catch the ball in tight spaces and coverage. He can break off tackles. He's just very athletic. And I think that coaches and GMs are going to look at that when considering him on draft night, whether it be the first round or day two. If he falls to day three, something's wrong. I mean, it would be like the whole Shador Sanders thing minus the whole, which let's be honest, Shador fell because of not even Dion, but just because of his character. He just doesn't have much class in him. I'm not trying to diss on him too much, but I mean, he does have a little bit of an ego because of his dad. But I don't think that's Zachariah Branch. I'm sure he's pretty humble, at least from what I've heard, at least what I know. But I do think that he is talented and worth taking in the first round. I don't know if he's going to go in the first round. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question, Robert? I hope it does, buddy. Love and appreciate you, man. He says he did come over from Uncle Lou, so I appreciate you. Let's see if we got any other questions so far. And if not, we're going to look at a CBS Sports mock draft and then look at a big board, and then we'll do some more mock drafts tonight. Again, I'm not dropping the link. I just want to hang out with y'all as a comment section. So we'll do maybe a call-in show closer to the draft for this. Dominic pops in here. Good to see you, buddy. Do you think Ty Simpson is a first round pick? If so, who could get him? I do think he's talented enough for a first round pick. There are a lot of mock drafts out there that have him going in the first round, but going late. Um, if he doesn't go late, he's early day two. Who's going to get him? Oh man, that's really a tough one. Um, I'd have to look at some of the team. I don't know who all needs a quarterback at the moment. I mean, I hear that the Steelers are looking. Um, you could. I mean, some mock drafts. I did see one the other day that had Ty Simpson to like the Browns or I don't know. The thing is the later you go in the first round down the board, you're not likely to take a quarterback. I think we know for sure the first quarterback going to be taken is Fernando Mendoza. That's a given. Is there a clear-cut second quarterback? The quarterback class, there's a lot of good talent, but it's not like you have 100 of them to choose from in the first round. You have, I mean, Ty Simpson in some mock drafts. I'm looking here on CBS Sports. I'm going to share this with you guys. I do see him going to the Rams here at 13. Are they trying to find a replacement for Matthew Stafford in this draft? A long-term answer. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But that's really only like one or two guys so far that I've seen where he goes in the first round, Ty Simpson. Other than that, you have Fernando Mendoza. That's pretty much it. I mean, the rest of the quarterbacks just have to fight, right? It's loaded with edge. It's loaded with uh, receivers, corners. It's a lot of different positions for this draft that are loaded. Quarterback is loaded too. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of great quarterbacks in this draft, right? All I'm going to say is I would love to see Ty go on night one, and I'm going to be a big fan of whoever picks him up because that's just who I am with these Alabama quarterbacks. I love Jalen. I love Tua. Mac Jones, I guess he's with the 49ers. I guess it's kind of working out. I'm pulling for him. Milrow, who is with Seattle right now. He's not the starter, but I mean, you hope for him. But I would do the same for Ty Simpson, no doubt. No doubt. Good question, Dominic. Appreciate you. Robert Sharpton says I got accepted into UGA back in late January. That's why I asked the question. Well, congrats on that, buddy. Happy for you. We're going to try to go for an hour up until Lou goes live, I think at 9 o'clock. Unless, did he go live just now? I hope not. I hope he's going at 9 instead. Anyway, I did see where, because they host visits for certain prospects. Certain teams will do that. The Steelers, I saw, hosted Mekhi Lemon, who's like the top receiver in this draft from USC. Really good. Really, really good. One of the top receivers, at least. I don't really think it's close. I think he's number 2 behind Carnell Tate of Ohio State. I really don't think it's close. I feel like he's so undersized, but he's so good. He's got good body control, good just burst and acceleration when he gets the ball. He can get you downfield. He's just a little undersized, Mekhi Lemon is. But, I mean, is that too much of an issue? I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys in the comments. I mean, look, guys got to be the right size, especially we rip on like quarterbacks that are undersized. Remember the beef with Kyler Murray in Arizona that one year? He got drafted after winning the Heisman, they said, are we sure they want to take him because he was like 5'11" instead of being 6'2", 6'3" like usual quarterbacks. Um, so I mean, yeah, we rip on guys for being undersized, but I mean, does it really matter at this point? I mean, be real, man. I mean, you can get in the weight room after you get drafted, beef up a little bit in pounds, and just go out and play your best game, you know? So anyway, we'll keep taking questions throughout the night. We'll give it maybe an hour, hour and a half show. I would like to. Love and appreciate you guys for showing up tonight. Let's keep it going. Keep the questions coming throughout the evening. I would love to hear from you guys. We're going to also do another mock draft. I think I did one last week, week before. I used the Draft Network, and I love it. I love some of the people that I used to listen to all the time that used to be there aren't there anymore, but I still think they got great coverage all year long regarding college football, NFL, the draft, everything like that. So, but I think what we'll do is I think I'll start a new draft. We're going to go ahead. I say we go ahead and do that. Let's see. Who we got? Gamecock Chuck, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Love and appreciate you showing up, bro. Y'all go subscribe to him. Gamecock, you're a mod on here, so if you want to drop your channel link, man, we'll get you boosted. You still posting? I still see you a little bit, I think. I don't always show up, man. But you got good content. So all right, let's go ahead and go to the mock draft central on Draft Network. So what we'll do, if you guys want to help me pick these, that's fine. I'm going to go with my gut here. And I guess, you know what? I'm going to make this my official mock draft and I'll clip it and we'll upload it. I don't really have this like I used to have it. I used to always put it in Word document, but I'm just going to use the mock draft machine on Draft Network and we'll clip this. We'll put it up. This will be our official BSM mock draft for 2026 and we'll get it out. I know it's kind of early, but it's never too early, right? I might do something the week of the draft to call it the official final mock draft, but we'll get this one out. So okay, we will go. Let's get the camera right here. Oh, here we go. Okay. So mock draft central. This is Gamecock Chuck says he's doing NASCAR to fill the dead time. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all. All right. So let's start a new draft. We're gonna do BSM mock draft round 1. If I could type, my keyboard's been acting like crap lately. 4926. I don't know. I tried one earlier. We're gonna do one round. Doesn't matter the draft speed. We'll go manual. I can not make it public because of premium, and I also cannot trade. So this is no trades, which sucks because I would probably do a couple trades. But let's say we're going to go with the order that is given, and we're just going to go based off that. So continue, and we want to select every team. Everyone should be picking. I could be wrong. Is there who doesn't have a first round pick? Y'all let me know. Before we start the draft, we got another question here from Robert Sharpton. Who will be the first non-quarterback to get drafted this year? It's up for debate, man. I would say someone like Ruben Bain from Miami could be on the radar. But I think the most popular pick that I've seen in mock drafts is Arvell Reese, the linebacker junior out of Ohio State. He's 6'4", 243. He's about 20, 21 years old, right? He's really, really fast, off the edge, good in coverage. They play him in the middle of the field usually. he's going to be one of the top guys. In my opinion, I feel like, and I don't know how I'm going to have this draft unfold here in a minute, but I feel like Arvell Reese has the potential out of Ohio State to be that first non QB to go off the board first. Falcons don't have a first round pick. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was talking with VicTube earlier about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So again, this will be my official round one mock, and we'll get it out and clip it soon. But thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up and let's get it going. Great mock draft. Okay, we are on the clock. We'll start the draft. It's going to be the Raiders up first out of Las Vegas. And I think it's obvious they go quarterback here. They have a couple different options, obviously, with these quarterbacks, but I feel like the go-to guy, popular pick is Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana, Heisman winner. Just everything he did last year was incredible. He's been really good ever since he was at Cal, but ever since he got to Indiana last year, he took major steps forward. I felt like he got better every year, kind of slowly, but then he got to Indiana with Kurt Signetti, and then just boom, burst onto the scene, and everybody knows his name now. Incredible story last year for him and the team, and we give him credit there. We go, I think, a 2-minute clock here, 124 on the clock. Jets are up. Let's see some of the team needs here. They need edge, wide receiver, and quarterback. They could go a couple different ways here. This is where I would put Arvell Reese. Just got through talking about him. He's linebacker and edge. It kind of fills two spots for the Jets. You could go David Bailey too. That would not surprise me either. I'm not even trying to get a mock draft right this year. I just want to enjoy it and talk it up with you guys. But personally, I want to give him Arvell Reese. I really do. We'll put him at edge for the Jets. Maybe they use him at linebacker down the road, but they need pass rush desperately in New York. Arizona Cardinals up next on the clock. We'll get back to the comment section soon here. Edge player for Arizona, quarterback with Kyler Murray out of the picture. There's a big jump to get Ty Simpson. I don't think he's top 10. I think he's talented for that, but I don't think anyone in the top 10 is going to, outside of Mendoza at number one. I don't know if anyone's actually going to roll the dice on another quarterback in the top 10. Down the road in top 15, top 20, maybe Ty Simpson's off the board. We'll see. Arvell Reese to the Jets. Let's go edge. Let's go David Bailey. We'll go another edge here. So let me know what you guys think about this draft so far in the comments too. Would love to hear from you guys, get some feedback. Tennessee Titans on the clock. They need a running back, wide receiver, edge. This is fitting up perfectly, actually. I want to give them Jeremiah Love. They haven't had a good running back since Derrick Henry left for the Ravens. There's so much. They could go edge here too, and Ruben Bain. There's so much they could do here. There's so much in the top 5. We got the Giants up next. I'm gonna, because again they could go Ruben Bain. We could go edge again. I'm gonna give them Love. Show some love, people. Show some love. How about the New York Giants? They got to go linebacker here. Sonny Styles is there. What if they go wide receiver? Is it a reach for a wide receiver here at 5? Probably. It won't let me trade, by the way. It will not let me trade, so we're stuck picking where we are. If you were the Giants here, well, let me ask you, are there any teams that you've seen so far in this draft? The Raiders, Jets, Cards, and then the Titans. Are any of those in the top 5? And then you look at the Giants. Any of those teams trying to trade back? Probably not. I don't know. I honestly don't know. New York Giants need a receiver, running back, linebacker, top three needs. I'm going to give them a receiver. I'm actually going to go bold here. I'm going to give them Omar Cooper Jr. out of Indiana. I'm going to go there. Cleveland Browns. Got a couple different quarterbacks, Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders. Wide receiver is a need. Offensive tackle. That's where I'm going to give him Francis Mauigoa. Top 10 pick for sure. He's outside the top 5 here. I think you take a chance and you invest in Dylan Gabriel and the offensive line. Give him Mauigoa. Okay, Washington is up. Who they got? Edge, wide receiver, running back, corner, safety, edge. Again, they need running backs desperately. Love is off the board. They go corner. Oh yeah, let's give them a safety. Let's give them Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. I hate to say that because I'm an Alabama fan. Okay, Saints. I would so love to screw the Saints here, but I'm gonna try to be fair. Uh, see what they need. They need wide receiver, edge, corner, edge, defensive tackle, wide receiver, say. So they need a lot of defensive help. Um, I'll give them a wide receiver. I'll help them out. Um, a lot of experts have put Cardell Tate there. I think it's a perfect pick. Um, they helped in free agency with running back and offensive line. They didn't really do much at receiver, and they need a lot of help there at that position. So I'm gonna go with wide receiver. I'm gonna go Cardinal Tate. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs. It's been a minute since they had to pick up this high. I think the last time they were in the top 10, they actually got Patrick Mahomes. Outside of that, they haven't needed a pick in the top 10, but they just struggled last year with injuries and stuff. Um, Edge, offensive tackle, corner. Can we go corner? Yeah, they desperately need O line. I like a guy like Spencer Fano. I'm gonna work on the interior. You can put him at tackle too. Spencer Fano is really good, really huge guy out of Utah. He's very fast. He can get off his blocks. He can stay on guys. He does so much well. I've watched some film on him lately, and everything just stands out perfectly. Give me Spencer Fano to the Chiefs. He sticks with those colors too, red and white. Okay. Joe Shiesty and the Bengals. Safety. Caleb Downs off the board. Dylan Thaniman, or however you say it. They need a lot of defensive help. I'll give them linebacker Sonny Styles. Gamecock Chuck says, checking back in the comments here, Gamecock Chuck says Caleb Downs will be the first non QB drafted. Someone will trade up to get him. I could see that. I definitely could see that. He's a generational corner for sure, man. For sure. And we had him going to what, Washington? We had him at pick, what was he, 5? Pick 7, I'm sorry. But yeah, someone might trade up for him. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Okay, Dolphins on the clock. We got a minute 13 to go. We got a little bit of time here. Otherwise, it auto picks, I think. I've never ran out of time. Quinn Ewers at quarterback, I'm guessing, with Tua out of the picture in Atlanta now. They need a receiver for him. They need O-line help. They've needed that for a while. Corner and safety, secondary help is a big need. I'm going to go Mansour Delaney, or Delane. I don't know how you say it, but he's 6 foot, 187. He's the top corner in this draft. Pro Bowl caliber type of guy, they say. I've watched him play. He's not a guy that's always going to pick off the quarterback, but he is going to put his arms on the ball to knock down passes. He can help the defense get off the field on third down. I think that's very huge, and I think that's something the Dolphins have been missing for a while. Give me Mansour Delaney or Delaney. I don't even know how you say it, but all right. I would love to screw the Cowboys here. There's a couple teams out there I'd love to screw around with, but we're trying to be fair and unbiased. Uh, Edge, corner, interior defensive line. They got to go defense, right? Ruben Bain's still on the board here in the top 10. In terms of position rankings, pick number 12. Could you see Ruben Bain in Dallas? He's good. He was really good in the playoffs. Guys like him help the defense, I think, for Miami make a good playoff run. And so I think overall, I think a guy like that you got to roll the dice on. A couple different guys you could go with. I'll go with Ruben Bain. Okay, we're gonna stop showing who's drafted because it's easier to see who's available. Now we go to the Rams. Wide receiver, O line, quarterback, tight end. They need a lot of help on the offensive line, and then just some weapons for Matthew Stafford right now. Uh, hmm. Who do we go with? You want to give them a receiver? That's their top need. Could we go Makai Lemon out of USC? 5'11", just a little undersized. Second overall receiver. 14 overall rank. He's tough and quick. I know that. They have him as a winning starter, but a round 2 guy. I could see him as a good steal, though. That's the thing. Like, could y'all not see him as a round 1 receiver? Like, does Makai Lemon fit in the first round somewhere? Like, could someone pick him up and their team be okay with it as long as they need a receiver? I think so. And it says the Rams need a big receiver. They need a tight end too. In fact, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice there. I'm gonna go Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. He is definitely Pro Bowl type. He's built for it. He can block downfield. He can run his routes. I think he's special, man. He's like Brock Bowers type special, man. Um, now I don't think he was Brock Bowers. I don't think he's like if it comes down to Sadiq and Brock Bowers, 100% you take Brock Bowers, no doubt. But I feel like he's close to that caliber. So minute 25, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Who they need? What they need? Wide receiver, edge, O line. Cassius Howell from A&M. I think he was part of that big class they signed. Was he not part of the 2021 or 22 class? What year was that? 21? Has he not been around that long? Let's see. We got the Ravens. They desperately need offensive line help too. Day 1 starter. They need a day 1 like offensive tackle, don't they? I'm gonna give them Ola Vavega Ione from Penn State. All right. Buccaneers here. I do care what they do on draft night. They got to go defense. They need pass rush. Who do we have here? I am going to give them who I want them to get here, but I feel like if it comes down to these guys, I think between they're going to go edge. I know they're going to go edge. If there's a couple guys there, I want them to get Akeem Messidor. I feel like he's underrated a little bit going into this draft. I feel like he broke through alongside Ruben Bain in the playoffs. I just feel like he turned on for Miami late in the season and was part of their championship run until they lost to Indiana, of course. I'm gonna go Akeem Messidor from Miami for the Bucks. but they might, if they stick to edge, chances are they pick up Cassius Howell or Kedrick Falk. They have a history of going for Auburn guys or just guys out of the SEC. There's a lot of different ways they could go here. I don't care. It's got to be defense though. Okay. Who's next? The Jets. They already went edge. Got to go wide receiver or quarterback. 16th overall. They need a quarterback. They also need a wide receiver, but they could probably pick that up day two. There might be some teams ahead of them. You know what? I'm going to give them my guy, Ty Simpson. I'm going to go there. Give him a franchise guy. Let him start. Okay, now what? The Lions. Offensive tackle need. Monroe Freeling, Caden Proctor. Yeah. Corner. Safety. Oh, yeah. This guy right here, Jermon McCoy. He I think he was like a fifth year or something last year. He was part of was he not part of that 22 team? I could be wrong. Or was that Brew McCoy for the wide receiver? Anyway, Jamal McCoy's been around a little while. He's one of the top guys, first team All SEC defense. You know, Tennessee's got their defensive issues, but Jamal McCoy is one of the leaders of that defense from last year, year before. He's just very physical. He's great size and speed. I love how he can stay on guys and help the defense get off the field, especially in third or second down situations, third or fourth down situations, I should say. I feel like the Vikings could use some secondary help there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go. Okay. Panthers. What are we looking for? Carolina. Tight end or safety or wide receiver. I'll give him Makai Lemon. He fell out of the top 10, the top 15. He's got to stay in the top 20 then, right? He can't have that big slide. Makai Lemon out of USC, put him with Bryce Young. Okay. Cowboys at 20. We already picked Ruben Bain for them. We got to go defense again, don't we? I'm going to give them a defensive tackle in Peter Woods from Clemson, former 5-star. I got to go to his not his graduation, but his commitment ceremony at Thompson High School in Alabaster, Alabama. I got to go to that. He did pretty good for Clemson. I know they've had their fair share of struggles on both sides of the ball, but he's been a pretty consistent defensive tackle for them. He just breaks through the tackles. They play him at edge sometimes too, and he's just fast. He's physical, and he finishes the job well. Put him in Dallas. So two, look at this: Miami and Clemson to Dallas to the Cowboys. They load up on defense in the first round and get two ACC guys. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, who's up? The Steelers. Uh, what are you looking for? Pittsburgh. Wide receiver, interior offensive lineman, potential quarterback. I feel like they rolled the dice on day two. I feel like all the quarterbacks have gone in the first round that are going to go. Good names out there, though. Sawyer Robertson, Klubnik, Carson Beck, Nussmeyer, Drew Aller. You see here that those are day two guys, though. Wide receiver, Jordan Tyson. Yeah, he's a steal. He'll go higher than this because I'm not good at mock drafts. But the Pittsburgh Steelers need some weapons, especially since they got rid of George Pickens to the Cowboys. So, I mean, come on, man. Jordan Tyson. Chargers have not picked. Caden Proctor can fill both of those, offensive tackle and interior. I've been dreaming about this pick lately. For a while, I've thought about this pick. The Eagles need pass rush. They got a bunch of Georgia guys over there on defense, and it's still good, but they still got some guys they want to have step up and just get better, build the depth. Cassius Howell is that dude that could fill holes. So, all right. Now we got the Browns again. They took Mauigoa. Do they stick to offense? I say yes. Do they build the O line or do they go with a weapon for Dylan Gabriel? Who they got at wide receiver? Oh, Casey Concepcion. He's been talked about a lot, especially last year. He just broke, man. He just broke. 6 foot, 196, fifth in his position, 26 overall. We are at pick number 24. So he'd go a couple picks early, but you know what? They got him as a round two winning starter. He's just very good. He competes for the ball. He's got very good size, good speed, everything about him you love. Dylan Gabriel at quarterback, Francis Mauigoa to protect him. They need a guy to throw to. Give me Casey Concepcion. Okay. Now the Chicago Bears have not picked. They need an edge. They need a tackle. They need a defensive tackle, offensive and defensive line. So I'm gonna go Keldrick Falk. Well, am I? I don't know. I say we build the O line. I've heard good things about Caleb Lamo or Blake Miller for Clemson and Utah. Could go either way there. Let's go. Let's go Caleb Lamo. I've been a little bit higher on him than I have Blake Miller, but I might regret that pick if I'm the Bears. Not that you regret taking Lamo, but I don't know. Does Blake Miller have a better future? We'll see. Buffalo Bills, safety, big need, linebacker as well. I'll give him CJ Allen from Georgia. Get some pass rush with him, get a middle linebacker that they need. They always seem to need guys like that. Can CJ Allen be a long term answer finally for the Bills? We're gonna find out. Who we at? The 49ers. Offensive tackle, edge, wide receiver, build the O line, protect your quarterback, or go pass rush. Um, mm, they got to go a couple different ways here. They need to invest in their offense, if anything. Okay, Blake Miller. I'm gonna get killed for this, aren't I? Be like, you took a Clemson guy. You took this guy when this guy was on the board. Well, you can only pick one. Okay, what do you want from me? What do you want? Okay. Um, offensive tackle, O line is a big need. That'll have to be day two. Interior defensive line. No. Linebacker. Who we got? Oh, running back. Running back. We already took Jeremiah Love. Jadarian Price. No, not yet. Wide receiver. What else they need? Corner. Edge. Keldrick Falk. Yeah, let's go. The Chiefs. I think we already picked for them. Who do we take though? Let's see. We took Spencer Fano. Um. Oh, Zion Young is really good. He's out of Missouri. He's fast. He's great. He's just very quick. That's all I can say about it. He's just very quick. I could go him for KC. Okay, now the Dolphins, who took a corner. They need a wide receiver. Jalen Waddle went to was he the one that went to the Broncos? Who went to the Broncos? Anyway, I don't think they got Waddle anymore. Chris Brazzell from Tennessee. Zachariah Branch. I really like Zachariah Branch. Georgia fans hit me up. What's so special about him? I think he's good. What am I missing that y'all see that I don't see about Zachariah Branch? Like, give me one good reason I shouldn't take him. You can't. You can't. Georgia and LSU off the board to the Dolphins. Okay. This is where the fun comes in for the Patriots is like I always love the runner up because I feel like if I like to play the game of if I could give them one pick in the first round that could turn their team around, whether it's on offense or defense, who would it be? And it would be the one player that could just make a play that they could win a Super Bowl or go one step further. You know, I feel that for the Patriots. Dylan Thieneman is still on the board at Oregon. They do need a safety. They need some secondary help. There's a couple of different guys here. Yeah, I could take them. I mean, look. These GMs and coaches are not going to take based on what we project they need. They're not going to do that. They're going to do what's best for their organization that they see fit. Okay. Seahawks just won a Super Bowl. Don't need much. Corner. Avian Terrell. Edge. Did we take? We took a lot of edge players. Running back. Jadarian Price out of Notre Dame. Interior line. What else they need? Safety. Wideout. I'll give him Avian Terrell. AJ Terrell is his brother, who I think went to the Falcons at least when he was drafted. Could be wrong. There you go. Round one in the books. Round one in the books for our mock draft for tonight. From Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders, to Avion Terrell out of Clemson to the Seahawks, the defending champs. Akeem Messidor out of Miami, the edge rusher, to my Buccaneers at 15. Ty Simpson off the board as a quarterback. So how many quarterbacks did we take? We took two. We took Mendoza and Simpson. Simpson went to the Jets. Peter Woods to the Cowboys. Ruben Bain to the Cowboys as well. So they went Miami and Clemson defensive linemen. So they load up on defense. Defense heavy draft. Look at this. Six offensive tackles. There's a lot of good ones out there. And the teams that need it got it. I love this. I really love this. I know that some of y'all are going to look at this and catch me and say that, there's a lot wrong with this, but you know what? Who cares? I don't. I don't care. I had fun with it. And look, it's fun to predict, and I would love to be an expert on all this like Mel Kiper or Todd McShay. I'm nowhere near those guys. At the same time, I don't care. I just want the Bucks to draft great, and I just want to see how it actually unfolds on draft night in like 3 weeks. 2 weeks, I'm sorry. Right? 23rd? Yeah, I think so. So anyway. Yeah, the 23rd. But we'll get more draft content coming your way here at Ballard Sports Media in the next couple weeks. I got some clips out of this one, I'm sure, from for shorts and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I think Lou's going live tonight. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Love you guys. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. God bless. Roll Tide, and we'll see you next time here at Ballard Sports Media. Go Bucks. Hopefully we draft well. Damn sure we need it. Love y'all. God bless.